Hello, viewers and listeners, and welcome to the first ever episode of Bayou Boyz Sports. I am Joe Williams, and my brother from another mother, he called himself Bossmane Don, aka DJ. I just want to say thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share, comment, and hit that like button, where we will be able to give you the latest news and predictions on sports. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, let's get right
Uh,
to it, man.
I just wanted to say, is there anything you wanted to say to the audience before we jump on to the segment?
I just want the audience to know I got this shiesty mask on for Lamar. Lamar, I'm with you. I stand by you.
Okay.
Everybody saying it's your fault. We can square. We can do it whatever you want to do. I know you had to get up on the stand and say, "Oh, it's my fault. The turnovers. I take account." I know there's real leader of you to say. You feel me? But I know the truth. I know what you really wanted to say, and that's why I'm with you.
All right, hold on. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. So let's just get right to it then. Our first topic today talk about the Chiefs versus Texans. DJ, how do you feel about that outcome in the game?
I like how the Texans put up a good fight. You know, we all know that the Chiefs is America's team these days. I saw they had Caitlin Clark in the skybox with Taylor Swift. Oh, you know, that's good for the ratings. You know, so right now, I think the Chiefs got the two best players in the NFL on their team. And who are those two best players? That's Taylor Swift and that's Caitlin Clark.
Okay, this dude crazy.
Them boys are going undefeated. Nobody's going to beat them. We're not going to see Taylor Swift sad and go console Travis at the end of the game. No, this is going to be America's love story. And that's how I feel.
Okay. I mean, not really near it in the wrong area. Yeah, it's feeling kind of predictable at this point.
It's crazy.
I mean, honestly, they just playing on another level. They are. I think the Texans could have had a better outcome if they was able to have, a healthier roster. But it comes with the game, so it's next man up. They weren't able to contribute. Man, C.J. Stroud, man, played awesome. I feel like, man, he tried to play to win. He didn't really have any touchdowns, but man, my guy, when he threw 28 for 19 for 28, 245 yards, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, against the Chiefs defense, which I mean, they looked pretty good against them, though he was getting down the field. Chris Jones is a beast.
What's my guy? I don't want to mispronounce his name, but it's called something with a K. That man was getting after it. That man was getting after
linebacker.
He was getting after it.
Yeah, that man, he's pretty good.
Pay that man because he was getting after it.
Yeah, he played pretty good. Of course, Patrick Mahomes being sensational doing what he does. Man, he had made a spectacular throw to Travis Kelce, which been quiet to me all year. And all of a sudden, it's playoff Kelce all over again. He's stepping up. He's doing what we supposed to been doing all year with touchdowns, over 100 receiving yards. I mean, that's what we really known for Kelce to play like.
Travis.
Yeah. So he stepped up at the right time. So, moving right along, the Lions versus the Commanders. Man, how you feel about that?
I feel like that was a great game. Very great game. You know me, I had Detroit winning the whole thing. And Jayden Daniels and took Washington out there, and they just proved me wrong. I mean, that man threw for almost 300 yards. I mean, that man had 2 touchdowns.
A rookie.
I mean, that man had 51 rushing yards. I mean, that man ain't get sacked all game. Ain't get sacked, ain't throw no interception. What
No
more can you ask
turnovers.
your rookie quarterback in crunch moments? That man
Man,
showed up
played
and he
perfect.
showed out.
Yeah. I just feel like the high point of the game is turnovers. The
Yes,
Lions had golf through 3 interceptions and had
three.
one fumble for loss. You're not going to win like that. And definitely not in the
Not
playoffs. The more the more turnovers is going to cost, and it definitely showed that game. But just give it up to you know, let's give it up to Washington, man.
bro.
They Daniel Jones really got a chance to make history right now. They haven't been to the Super Bowl in almost over 30 years, and if they somehow they're able to beat Philly, he'll become the first quarterback in NFL history to start in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know,
But I
so
want to say
shout out to him.
The real MVP of that game was Diami Brown. Who was Diami
Mm,
Brown? Diami Brown had 6 receptions for 98 yards. And that's a
mm,
receiver that you probably have never heard of for the
yeah,
Commanders.
right,
But
right,
that's another example of, like you said, next man up and players
yeah,
stepping up in pivotal moments. You
yeah,
already know my
exactly.
dog, Scary Terry. I'm a fan. He had his touchdown.
Yeah,
He gonna do his
yeah,
thing. Scary Terry gonna do his
he's
thing.
gonna,
But
yeah,
Diami Brown came out there and he showed up when his number was called.
yeah, yeah, for sure. When your number is called, it's time to step up, and he
There
definitely
you
stepped up for
go.
the big moments. So shout out to him for that.
Come
You
on.
know, um, yeah. Next, we have the Eagles versus the Rams, which was, I'm not even gonna lie, the game ended up being closer than expected. I thought the Rams was gonna go out there in that bad weather, and I thought they was gonna actually fold.
Mm.
They proved me wrong. Especially, I mean, what the temperatures maybe was 15, 20 degrees with
No,
that
I know
snow coming down.
snow was heavy. Snow was heavy.
It definitely was. Man, shout out to Saquon Barkley though. That man
Man,
different. Oh, I know
what
the Giants
yeah.
are sick to their stomach.
I-
I know they sick.
200 yards. Oh my God. 205 yards, I think is what he finished with. And
And two
they were
touchdowns.
talking on ESPN. I mean, they were talking on the show, and they was like, he texted an old running back that played in the snow in the playoffs. And he asked him what was the formula to run in the snow. He said the man texted him the formula. He sent the formula to the equipment team. And whatever he sent that man, it must have worked because he
It
ran
worked,
all over the
man.
board. It
That's
wasn't
what I'm
even
talking about.
crazy. I
Hey,
mean, he ran all over that team, man. It was crazy. I just be
what's better way
amazed
to soak
watching
up good
Saquon
knowledge?
sometimes. It's like he's getting the ball and you still can't stop him. You
Yes.
still can't stop him.
Sometimes football is not even it's not a hard game. You got the 1+1 = 2. So, but Saquon, I mean, you got Saquon. That's 6. So,
Right. Right.
really,
Every time, yeah.
every time.
Six every time.
I mean, I know, like I just said earlier, I know the Giants are sick. They got rid of him, and now he's just showing exactly what his talent has been since he got in the league.
Yeah.
But it just comes. Sometimes it just, your talent only can show as much as your team, how good your team is. So,
Well, what I saw with this Rams offense, I haven't really been watching the Rams all year, but I can
mhm.
judge them off of this game. And that offensive line gave up on Matt Stafford this game. I don't know if the Eagles was just more ready. Their defensive line was just more amped up. I don't know, but the Rams O line sold Matt Stafford and they sold the Rams this game. There were 2 opportunities. Kyron Williams should have got in the end
Yeah,
zone.
the running back. Yeah.
Should have got in the end zone. But the
I
O
think it was
line
like
really
first and
just
5, second and 5.
man, it was
Tried to
2
run,
times he
run
was
in the end.
he was in like the goal line within the 5-yard
Yeah,
line, and he still couldn't get in the end zone. It's because your O
yeah,
line is not giving you that good push.
right.
So that's why I think that was really the determining factor and why the Rams couldn't pull this game off.
Yeah, I mean, To be honest, I think the Rams O line just had a hard time trying to block Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
From Georgia, Bulldog. He's showing you why. He was a first rounder.
yeah.
Um, he did what he had to do. He was tearing them up on the O line. So I think that's what he was just rushing Matthew Stafford to get the ball out of his hand probably earlier than he wanted. So that's how that turned into. So shout out to the Eagles for that win. They're gonna be moving on to the NFC Championship, and yeah, that's yeah. So the next thing we have going is the Ravens versus the Bills game.
Yeah.
Man, I have a question right now for this though.
Go ahead, man. Hold on, wait. I'm still sad. Let me take a shot for my man Lamar. Let me take a shot for him.
Dang.
I'm with you, brother. All right, what's up? What you got for me?
What do you think was the most pivoting moment with the Rams having the outcome they had?
The Rams, or we talking about
I mean,
the Ravens?
I'm sorry, the Ravens.
You think you asking me why they lost the game?
Basically, what do you think was the determining factor on why they lost? I mean, we can all sit here and say, "Oh, they didn't convert the 2-point conversion."
Yeah,
But also other things happened before that even occurred. That even that put them in position to be behind in the game anyway. So
I don't never judge a game off of one play. I'm always been the type where the game shouldn't even been this close in the first place. And if you ask me why the Ravens lost this game, first and foremost, they strayed away from what got them here in the first place.
King Henry
running the ball. There's no reason why Derrick Henry should only have 16 carries in the snow. There's no reason why the whole world know in these type of temperatures you run the ball. There's no reason why you don't run the ball with the second leading rusher in the NFL. The second leading rusher in the NFL, and you don't run the ball. I just don't understand. I'm not a coach. I'm not an NFL coach. You know what I'm saying? I haven't coached nowhere anything. But a blind man can see that you're running the ball. And not only running the ball, I want to say early in the game, there was a point where they went for 2. Why are you so aggressive so early in the game? If you would have never went for 2 and just kicked the field goal, the game would have been tied. It wouldn't even came down to Mark Andrews dropping the 2-point conversion. The game would already be tied.
Yeah.
But now you think you Dan Campbell. And when you see what it led him, shout out Dan Campbell, I mess with you. I'm a Detroit fan, but I'm just saying you see where you at. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's just the analytics. That's the analytics for you.
Analytics. Everybody want to talk analytics. At the end of the day, you either if you would have got it, you the hero.
Right.
But since you didn't get it, now you got to hear about it. And that's what it draw down to. That's what it draw down to.
Yeah, man. Just to like you said, piggyback off you with Derrick Henry with the carries, man. 16 is not enough for Derrick Henry, man. Like, you have to at least give him the ball 20 times. If not, he has to end the game with the most carries on both teams. Cook ended the game with 17 carries. Derrick Henry ended with 16. Derrick Henry should have ended the game with at least 18. You could take a loss with that, maybe they should have paid attention to the Eagles game. I know that would have been hard because it happened right before that game. But Saquon Barkley had 26 carries. So that let you, besides that point, still, Derrick Henry should be getting more carries than that. I'm not sure what they was thinking. 100% of the time, 100% of their wins is when Derrick Henry has 20 carries or more.
The Ravens win the game when Derrick Henry has 100 rushing yards.
Every time.
If Derrick Henry not rushing for 100, we're not winning the game.
True.
And being the child, like I said, you got to the playoffs by running the ball. I want to say you beat the Bills the first time, by running the ball.
And they dominated
You dominated the running game.
Dominated.
Why would you not run the ball? I just don't understand. Before we change the subject, it's the reason why I got this shiesty mask on today. All my haters out there want to say, "Oh, Lamar he ain't clutching the playoffs. Oh, Lamar he chokes in the playoffs." Lamar went out there and did what you want your franchise quarterback to do with the game on the line. He marched down the field. He conserved the clock. He scored a touchdown. He threw the perfect pass for the 2-point conversion. He can't go catch the ball himself now. He can't do it. Yes, he had 2 turnovers in the first half, but he shook back in the second half like a leader supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do. 0 turnovers in the second half, putting up touchdowns, putting his team in position to win. What more can you ask from the man? And for that, Lamar, I'm gonna take another shot for you. This one.
But still got to give it to the Bills, man. They still came out. They had a game plan, especially at the beginning of the game. Their defense was able to stop that run game early. Maybe that's why they got didn't rely so heavy on the run game. I'm not sure. But kudos to them. Josh Allen still played. He still played excellent. Josh Allen was known to have turnovers, man. That's what he did. That's what he didn't do was cause any turnovers. He just played winning football. He took what the defense gave him. They took advantage of the short field positions when the Ravens was able to have when they turned the ball over. And they was able to score points off of it. So kudos to them. They'll be playing. We'll have our rematch from the 2020 AFC with the Chiefs and the Bills. So, kind of excited and ready to see what that might turn into.
How I feel about it, man.
Yeah.
How I feel about it.
Moving right along, though.
2 best players in the league.
Moving right along, though, just wanted to sit on this for a quick moment. Where LSU women basketball, man, just this past week they just played Florida. They started the game off kind of slow. They did, yes, they are undefeated. They started the game off kind of slow. They ended up picking it up, start playing their ball, what they normally do. Turned around and they got after it. Shout out to Flage, man. She is playing incredibly good right now.
Come on, man. Big four, man.
Yes. But the big test is with the game they got coming up this Thursday against them Gamecocks, South Carolina. That's gonna be the real test to see how ready they are. Excuse me. Do you have anything to say about the game with LSU and the Gamecocks?
Well, I'm ready for that game. I'm ready for that game. I'm ready to see what my Tigers do under pressure. There are some flaws in my team that I don't want to talk about right now because the game ain't happening. I don't know who watching. I don't want them to think they got an ups on us or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I see the statistics got us losing, right? I see everybody going with South Carolina, right?
They don't believe.
But all I'm saying is it's different in that Bayou, you heard me? It's different in that Bayou, you heard me? You don't know what them girls gonna come out and do. You don't know what we got a
deep in that water.
Leads the nation in rebounds.
Ooh.
You think we worried about these girls, man? Them girls lost to UCLA?
Yeah.
Now don't be wrong, UCLA is good. That's a great team. But we undefeated, you heard me? We plan to stay that way. And that's what I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Man, with South Carolina showing that they average per game 82.7, they only give up 55.1. But my LSU Tigers, man, they're averaging 90.6. So
come on, man.
You know, they're gonna have to get their
Real
points up. They
scores.
think they're gonna step up with us.
Real scores.
You know, with that being said, they also, you know, the opponent's giving up 62. But man, 90 points, man, that's incredible, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, shooter's gonna shoot. This about scoring the points. So we're gonna see coming Thursday.
I know we playing in South Carolina. I'm still not worried. I'm still not worried, man. What Deion say? We coming. We coming, man. We coming.
Pause. But for our
Yeah.
last for our last topic for tonight, we got the game, that tonight game, man, national championship, Notre Dame and Ohio State, man. How big is this? How big is this, man? Do you have any? What do you think Ohio need to do to beat Notre Dame?
I think this game is going to come down to the defenses. We have two pretty decent offenses. I think Notre Dame averages about 38 points a game. I think their offense averages about 400 yards a game. And they only give up 298. So I think it's going to come down to the defenses. We got two high-powered offenses. Of course, Ohio State and their receiving core that they got over there. And you definitely can't forget about the running back. And I think Ohio State's putting up like 44 points a game. I think their total offense, I think like 420 yards a game in offense, and then they only allow 321. So it's kind of, a real even matchup. And I think it's going to come down to which offense comes out with the better game plan, because both of these are good offenses, but they're also good defenses. And them defenses are going to come ready to play. And so whoever can draw up the better game plan with the offensive scheme, I think that's who gets the victory today. Now, if I had to pick who's going to win, I'm probably going with Ohio State.
Oh man, Ohio State. Well, that ain't a bad choice, man. Mentioning Ohio State, I just want to give a big shout out to Michael Hunter, man. He's from my hometown, Monroe, Louisiana. He's out there coaching with them.
So shout out. Look me up.
Shout out Michael Hunter. But yeah, man, like you said, two high power offense. Great is gonna, like you said, it's gonna come down to the defense for sure. Man, Notre Dame is known for playing man-to-man defense. Man, they are real good when it comes to getting off the field on third down. They have the less than 25% with getting off the field. So, man, their defense just got to come ready, to play. With that also being said, Notre Dame offense gonna have to be ready to play also. I just feel like they can stick with the run, but they have to run up that middle. Because running sideline to sideline, Ohio State too fast. Let's just be honest out here. Like, they always been known to have speed on their defense. So running sideline to sideline, you saw it with Texas, the way they played with Texas. They tried to do that toss play, just saying in the end zone. It didn't work. They got it. It didn't work. So I just feel like with the quarterback Riley Leonard, he could throw the ball, but he's very excellent with running with the ball. And also that running back Love, number 4, is gonna have to watch out for him. He's just gonna have to be able to get his touches, swing the ball around. Too much. They just don't need to be one dimensional. Just gonna have to be wide open.
And not to cut you off, shout out Riley Leonard, man. I don't think he get enough credit for what he do. Notre Dame has only lost one game this season to Northern Illinois, and that was we can kind of question on should they have lost that game, but they lost. At the end of the day, they lost.
They lost.
And other than that, Riley Leonard has been putting up numbers all season long, and no one has been talking about it. And Riley Leonard has got his team to the national championship. and no one has really been talking about it. So I just want to shout out Riley Leonard, man.
Yeah,
You
shout out
don't
Riley.
think nobody's watching you, bro. We watch you.
We watching you. Yeah, man. He definitely don't be causing too many mistakes, man. Yeah, like I say with Josh Allen, man, playing winning football.
There you go. Winning football.
Yeah. Well, that's it for tonight. It's almost that time for the Notre Dame and Ohio State game. Like I said earlier, thank you for joining us, Bayou Boyz Sports. Thank you for viewers and listeners for tuning in. Like I said,
Lamar with you, baby. Lamar with you, man.
Joe,
I'm in Florida next month.
Your boy DJ Green. And like I say, thanks for joining us. And again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share, comment, and hit that like button so we can give you the latest news and predictions on sports. And thank you. See you later.
Lamar, I'm tired of waiting for next year. Lamar, what are we going to do?
Dang, man.